something has fundamentally changed in the last 2 months. Crypto is very different today compared to 2 to 3 months ago. 3 months ago, crypto was a shrinking market. The stablecoin market cap, for example, went down. So people were redeeming their tether, for example, for fiat currency. Right? They took out money from crypto. Now this turned around. Suddenly the stablecoin market cap is going up. Now why does this matter? Because people don't buy stablecoins in order to get some yield on a DeFi protocol. That's, I think, not the main usage of stablecoins. The main usage of stablecoins is to speculate with altcoins. So the stablecoin market cap could be seen as a measure of how much activity there currently is in the altcoin speculative market. Now, why does this matter so much? Because this was such a huge shift, right? We were just contracting since the Terra Luna collapse. Now we are suddenly expanding again, and now we see these huge outliers, Solana going up, the Bonk token going up, all kinds of interesting stories happening. So what does this mean for us in crypto, right? When there's now suddenly this very fundamental shift, we have to change our strategy massively. We have to be super adaptive. We used to, on this channel, and I promoted this for many months, we used to short altcoins. And there are still a lot of altcoins actually that underperform Bitcoin and Ethereum. And they underperform this relatively constantly. But that's not now the main way to gain alpha. It's a great way to gain alpha in a bear market because you've got the additional leverage, you've got the additional token inflation, you can relatively safely make additional money with betting on falling prices of altcoins. But now that the market is expanding again, the main source of alpha is to be early on the altcoins that make these multiple X returns. Now that's not easy, right? Because still, even though crypto as a whole is expanding, you don't want to ride behind the train, so to speak, right? You don't want to see the train going off and try to catch it, and in the end you simply get wrecked. This can still happen even in a bull market. You want to be early. Now, how do you achieve this? My personal approach to achieve this, to get into altcoins early, is to track wallets. Right? I've talked about this several times on this channel. If you're new here, you probably don't know about it, but I'm trying to find out what are the top traders doing? What are influencers doing? What are whales doing? What are the people doing that tend to make more money than retail? Because this is how crypto in general works, right? In general, in crypto, money moves from the not so skilled to the more skilled over time. There is volatility, there is luck, but over time, right, there is a skill component to the game. It's not just all random gambling. We've got analytics, we've got blockchain analytics, we've got statistics, and there is some value in those statistics. So the more skill you have, the more the capital over time, with all of the volatility, should accrue in your pocket. So skill directly translates into alpha, into outperformance. The more money you have, of course, the more this in the end also turns into real US dollars. Now, I recently read an interesting article, and I will also link this down below. An article of a guy I very much respect, and that's On-Chain Wizard. On-Chain Wizard does this maybe even more advanced than I do, as in tracking good traders. He built his own tool even to track good traders, and he is very early on a lot of coins. He wrote an article about the current sentiment in the market and how it changes. When you're in a bear market, people are looking very deeply at the fundamentals of coins. People look at transaction volumes, people look at developer activity, people look at how much is a product used, is there product market fit, how much return do I get for holding the token, right? Is there maybe passive income being generated when I hold that token? What's my APY? What's the PE ratio? All these numbers matter in a bear market because in a bear market, all the fleeting money is gone, right? All the beginning investors are gone. So the veterans stay in a bear market. The people that maybe didn't got completely burned, they stay in a bear market. The people that have technical interest in this whole space, they stay in a bear market, they trade in a bear market, and they push up the successful project that actually do deliver. So that's your approach in a bear market. In a bear market, You want to know the data around adoption of a project very, very deeply. You want to know how much could a corporation really result in potential future growth. You want to find out the truth, basically, because the truth is very close to the actual price in the bear market because there's simply not so much hype. And you might see where I'm going with this, right? A bull market is so completely different, right? Otherwise, how do you explain Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, Pepe, Bonk, right? You explain this by new people entering the space that get super hyped about multiple X returns, that get super hyped about volatility, things going up and down, and that really don't care that much about fundamentals, right? Otherwise, why would you buy literally joke coins, right? Meme coins. So what matters then in a bull market? This is all just luck. Can we forget our data-driven approach? I don't think so, right? You just look at different metrics. You look at the market from a different lens. You don't look at it in terms of what's the developer activity of that particular blockchain, how much transactions are being made, etc. It's still useful to know it, but it's not necessarily what drives the whole thing. What drives prices in bull markets is attention. It's marketing. It's how much excitement is being generated. And very often this is also highly correlated again with the very successful traders, right? The whales might buy in early and they might know ways how to generate attention, how to do marketing. They might spend money on that marketing. They might say, if I market a certain coin, that marketing spend might in the end result in a positive ROI. Right? Similar how traditional businesses work, right? Traditional businesses, they might be spending $100 to acquire a customer, but they know that customer over the lifetime returns me $300. So that marketing spend is a good idea. Spending that marketing dollar is a good idea. And you can transfer this, of course, to crypto as well, right? That's why so many crypto influencers that you see on YouTube are actually compromised. I, by the way, never, ever took any money from any centralized exchange. I never took any money from any crypto project, and I will not change this in the future. The only way how I finance this channel is via the premium membership. That's about it. I don't take any other money besides the premium membership fees. And that's why I think this channel also might have some potential to grow further than, let's say, the BitBoy cryptos. Even though the BitBoy cryptos of this world, they might initially gain more attention because they're simply louder. If you stick it out long enough, right? And if you build trust with the audience over time, and this is the target of this channel, obviously, then I think even though the growth might be initially slower, it's more sustainable. And we can see this now exactly in that example with BitGo Crypto, right? He got pushed out of his company, probably to a degree rightfully so. He's now trying to rebuild. He's having a hard time rebuilding the audience. He's having a hard time rebuilding the trust because of all the pump and dumps he has done. Also, I've never done any pump and dump on the following year. I never bought a coin just to then afterwards promote it on my YouTube. I never did this. So building long-term trust is super important. And figuring out what the smart money is doing is super important. And focusing on where the attention is going in a bull market is much more important than figuring out what the fundamentals are, how well skilled the CTO of that project is. The focus in a bull market is very, very different. And we can definitely say that we are currently in a bull market, in an expanding crypto market, given that the stablecoin market cap is going up. This is how I currently see this, right? There is a time for a certain strategy in a certain time of the market, right? If things aren't expanding, you want to be betting on falling altcoins because most of the time, altcoins underperform Bitcoin and Ethereum. I still stand by this, right? If you're just holding Bitcoin, if you're just buying one cryptocurrency, or let's say you buy even 3 cryptocurrencies, you want to be mainly in Bitcoin if your plan is to hold this over many, many years. Because most altcoins will fail in 4 or 5 years, right? There will be other altcoins that most people will look at that they will get excited 5 years from now. So I'm still standing by that. But there are sometimes periods in the market where people simply get excited, where things are expanding, where you can take advantage of that inherent leverage in altcoins. Right? When Bitcoin goes up 5%, those small altcoins might go up 50%. And there are times where that kind of strategy does work. You just have to pick it right? You can't be married to your altcoin even when things are contracting, even when Terra Luna is imploding. You have to time this very wisely, and you have to be very cautious. You always need to be on the cautious side, not to burn yourself. But currently, I don't think that's the time to not go aggressive. I personally go now super aggressive. I buy now all kinds of random crap coins. If I see a good signal that a person that I believe is skilled buys heavily on a certain coin, and I see this in my wallet tracking, or when I see a certain good influencer getting into something, then again, I don't even research the project deep. I check, is it a scam? I check, is there maybe some kind of security vulnerability in the smart contract, You can see this on Dex Screener. Is the security scanning everything fine? I do that basic stuff, but I don't necessarily look in the team and in the on-chain adoption metrics and all of that stuff. If I have a very strong buy signal from a wallet that historically performed well. So try to flip your mindset. If you have been a crypto veteran for quite a long time, and you've been betting on altcoins for quite a long time, you have been going through the whole bear market, you're not just a new joiner, and you got used to looking at all of those deep fundamentals, try to reprogram your brain to a degree, because the things that now drive prices are the new entrants. And the new entrants don't give anything on all of those technical details. They only care about attention. They only care about, will more people come after me? And that is fairly quite independent of what actually happens with the project. If it's the first time here, feel free to subscribe. Also give this a like. It helps the channel grow. And join our Telegram. Link is down below.